Hello everyone. Till now you have read about buccal cavity, food pipe, stomach, small intestine, and now we will be reading about large intestine. So large intestine actually is not large, but its name is large intestine because the inside cavity of this intestine is very large. This is the reason we call it as large intestine. Its length is approximately 1.5 meters and is basically divided into three parts, which are cecum, colon and rectum. Now when I told in the first video, I was saying that rectum is also a part of digestive system. We need to keep in mind that rectum is also a part of digestive system, but actually rectum is a part of large intestine. But because you have to learn rectum, that is why I was mentioning it separately as a part. So large intestine basically is divided into these three parts. These are the names of the upper part is called as, from where it is attached to the small intestine, that part is called as cecum. Then the next part is called as colon, and the last part where it is attached with the anus, the opening through which the undigested waste goes out, that part is called as rectum. Now the main function of large intestine, as the function of all others I have told you before, the function of large intestine is absorption of water from the food. That is the main function, absorption of water. As I told before also, the small intestine is the site of complete digestion. Large intestine will play no role in digestion of food. As much digestion is to be done, that will be finished till small intestine. In the large intestine segment, absorption of water takes place as well as some salts are also absorbed. After that, there will be left with undigested food. Because everything is food, whatever we eat, that is food. So there is some part in the food which will not be digested in any part of the digestive system. So that part will remain in the large intestine and will be stored in the rectum part, that is the lowest part, in the form of semi-solids. Semi-solid means it will not be completely solid and it is semi-solid, which is called as feces. Now this feces is to be removed from the body after certain intervals of time. Means it will not remain there for long time, and it should not remain rather, because it is the undigested waste which is not required by the body, and until it will not be eliminated from the body, then we cannot have more of the food inside the body, because this feces is actually of no use. So it is moved out from the body or eliminated from the body through an opening which is called as anus. So basically it is the anus which plays the role in egestion. So egestion is the process through which the semi-solid waste, that is feces or the undigested waste, is removed from the body of a living organism. Especially here we are talking about human beings. Now when we are done with this anus, now you are totally able to understand that what is the whole process of digestion in the human digestive system. Egestion is the last step in that, because if you go through and recall all the topics which we have covered before in the previous videos, then you will be able to understand that now we are done with whole process of digestion in human digestive system. So let us recall it once, that which are the steps. And you have to keep in mind that anus is just an opening which helps in removal of undigested waste from the body. Like mouth is the side from where the food is taken in for the process of digestion. Now let us have a quick look on the stages of nutrition which we have already discussed while discussing the whole human digestive system. Now first stage is ingestion. Ingestion means the process of taking in food for continuing the process of digestion inside the body. Then digestion means the process of breakdown of the food into simpler molecules so that it can be later taken up by the body. Absorption. Absorption is the process in which the digested food molecules are being absorbed in the blood so that later they will be utilized for producing different components. Assimilation. After the food is being absorbed, the digested food, that will be utilized for preparing certain complex substances which are otherwise not available in the body, and they need to be just converted into the form which can be utilized by the body. And at last we have egestion, is the process of removal of undigested waste from the body so that it will cause no harm to the body. So this was all about the different stages of nutrition which take place in the human digestive system. Hope now it is clear to you that how digestion of food takes place in human beings and what is the role of each part of the digestive system in this process of nutrition. Some disorders of the digestive system. Disorders means that sometimes digestive system may not function properly and will cause certain problems. So here we are discussing three main problems of the digestive system which are easily being cured at home. The first one is diarrhea. You might have noticed sometime there is a condition in which there is frequent passage of watery feces. Watery feces means watery undigested waste which have more content of water is being eliminated from the body, and this occurs very frequently. We used to call in common man's language as loose motion. So under that condition, the person will have deficiency of water as well as salts in the body. If a person will suffer from this for long time, then sometimes it may lead to a critical condition and may even sometimes cause death. Why basically this diarrhea happens? This diarrhea may occur because of drinking contaminated or impure water, or sometimes it is because of the food poisoning. So in this condition, the person has to given plenty of water to fulfill the requirement of water in the body. Before a person is taken to the doctor, it is always advised to give the person ORS at home. Now ORS is actually oral rehydration solution. Now oral rehydration solution can be prepared at home by taking boiled and cooled water and adding a pinch of salt and sugar to it. Now giving ORS will benefit the person who is suffering from diarrhea because it will help in fulfilling the amount of water as well as salt in the body. So before taking to the doctor, it is always recommended the person should be given ORS. Either it is available in packets in the market that can be given, or it can be made at home by just taking boiled or cooled water and adding a pinch of sugar and salt to the water. So this will benefit the person. Now, second problem is constipation. Constipation is a condition in which the person is passing very hard, small size and solid undigested waste. Means the feces which we have discussed before are actually semi-solid, but if the content of water is less in the feces, then it will turn to be solid, and it basically happens because of the irregular eating habits and improper diet. If a person is not taking sufficient amount of roughage in the diet, then obviously it will not help in absorption of water in the food, because what roughage does is it actually help in retaining water in the undigested waste. So if you are taking sufficient roughage, then you will not suffer from the problem of constipation, as well as if you are eating very regularly, proper diet you are taking, then also there will be no problem of constipation. Constipation also is required to be cured because when it occurs very frequently, it will put pressure on your digestive system and may cause problem in the muscles of your digestive system. So that is also required to be cured by taking a proper diet at proper time. Then third problem is vomiting. Vomiting, as we have discussed before also, it occurs basically because of the excessive release of hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Now, how it can be cured? One thing is you can cure it by taking sufficient food at regular intervals of time. If you are not taking food on time, but your digestive system is still working, it is continuously releasing hydrochloric acid, then where that hydrochloric acid will work? It has no food material to work on, and ultimately it will accumulate in your stomach. So when you eat something after a gap of long time, then this acid will just put a back push and will cause the problem of vomiting. So if you are eating at regular intervals of time, all the hydrochloric acid which is being released by the stomach will ultimately be used for digestion of food, and there will be no excessive storage of hydrochloric acid in your stomach. So to avoid problem of vomiting or the sensation of vomiting, it is always advised to have your food on time. So these are the three main problems which occur with the digestive system and can be easily cured or prevented by just taking some precautionary measure or improving your eating habits.